Oh gosh, I love these signs here. Apple butter, clay pots, herbs, feather beds, home. The signs are just $25 each. Those are great. The walnut garland. Here's a cute little purse. I can't go a video without picking up a hog scraper. There's a nice game rack. That one's just $165. Here's another one. That one is just $165. Lots of the cutting boards. Those are $165 a piece. This booth is Pioneer Antiques. Another one of the rocking horses. Pretty. Again, as always, the painted and the colored furnishings are out in force here at this show. And look at how dramatic that is with that white tulips in the pewter container, pewter vase, with that onion bottle right beside it. Wow, that's really a striking display right there. Tina Black Antiques here. The sweet little sheep, those are just $18 a piece. Here a little strawberry emery. When you pick them up, you'll be amazed at how heavy they are. That emery cloth, or that emery powder, is quite heavy, and that's for the purpose of when you poke the needles in it. It's for the purpose of sharpening them. Yeah, this is a neat booth. Crock lid, you can use that as a cutting board. Nice little riser. Mary Elliott Antiques. Sunny Hill. Oh, look at this small grinding wheel. Again, here's another one of the small. These are quite heavy. Soapstone ink. That one is $140. Those gorgeous pitchers, bottles out of clay. Here is Cabin in the Woods, and again they have the chair out front, so we'll just be respectful and record from out front. Lots of the gourds. It's a fun booth. Look at the herbs and the herb sign. You gotta make sure when you go around the corners along the edges of the booths, those are also decked out. We'll go on around the corner here, and who's this in this beautiful green booth? This is Hands of Time Antiques. Look at all those gorgeous baskets. I think this is for winding flax. Yes, primitive flax winder. That one is $225, and that amazing large basket. Beautiful beescape. I'm looking for a name here and I'm not seeing it. It's an interesting combination of some natural things here. Some dried herbs. This is Frontera Roots. You can check them out also on Facebook. Some really unique, very unique clothing style pieces and jewelry as well. Lots of linen. If you love linen pieces, that's really cute. I like that. Made in Italy. I think she does lives online on her Facebook page for some fashion shows, actually. Some really pretty jewelry. Sweatshirt. This is Rick Fuller Antiques. Again, I'm not trying to rush, but I do want to be able to show you everything. You should definitely follow Simple Goods Antiques on Facebook. Christina does go live periodically and shows you some interesting details about the various booths. Oh my, look at these teeny little emeries here. Those are $20 a piece for the small ones. Things that are made small are so hard to do because they're so tiny. Can you imagine sewing that and then filling it with emery? Some neat sheep and the cats. And here the little pig board. Look at the tiny one. That one is $95. The large one is $95. Some really pretty painted pieces, and again, the wallpaper boxes. I don't want to be a broken record, but I would say that might be one of the more common things that I'm seeing here that I haven't seen this quantity of them in a while. And then these are tallow berry bunches. They grow in the trees that I'm aware of in Texas. I don't know where else, but people from Texas even call them popcorn trees. Here's a really unique pie safe. This one is $15.95. Really pretty in that, again, that early blue-green color is so striking in our prims. Mill Street Mercantile. Pretty crock back there with the blue. Some of these gorgeous, very rare Stoneware plates. This one's $2.29. Can you imagine something like that surviving? How incredibly special that is. That someone had enough, oh gosh, I don't know, respect for it and the history of it to hold it and keep it intact for the future. That wooden bowl has a really pretty patina. That one's $98. They are having fun. This is Miss Lily's Antiques. This is Diane Garner's booth. She also has a booth inside Seville Antiques. And she sells out of a barn, out of her at her home. We've done a video there as well. I really should get back and do another one. Nice, again, that beautiful red. Here, this flax winder. Pretty. That one is $179. They call that one a Lazy Kate. Neat pieces. More of the wallpaper boxes. Some of the early lighting pieces. The whale oil. Here's a large redware ink bottle. That one's $39. Striper Crocs. Fun pieces here. We'll go along the back wall too. This is nice in that beautiful blue color. I like the child's drum. This is Home in the Country. That's really clever to have the painting of the fireplace. Gorgeous. Early fireplace wall, mantle with side door from New England area. Wow. The crock is $85. A pretty lantern with all the early glass. Early whale oil lantern tin. That one is $465. That is a striking piece right there for sure in that color. Wow. This is Stonewares. Look at all of those little drawers. Love the teddy. Neat pieces. Love the box filled with the chalkboards. Here, another one in the green. This is the keeping room. This is an apple peeler. Love this candle drying rack. That one is $425. Nice early breadboard back there with the breadboard ends, actually. That one's $85. Beautiful buckets. Oh, this is gorgeous. That early stencil. That one is $2.50. Oh, cute. Little wagon. This is House Antiques. Gorgeous lanterns. Wow, there's a beautiful candle maker. This is Wendell's Log Cabin Antiques. Like the Tavern sign up there. A beautiful garland here. Do you know what makes these seed pods? I'm gonna wait. I'll tell you at the end here, but tell me in the comments if you know what creates those types of seed pods. Sweet little make-do chair. And a nice two-door chimney cabinet. That one's $8.75. This is Prims and Proper. It's a pretty blue on that cupboard. Get all these egg gourds or gourd eggs. It's such a neat shape that they grow in. Here's a little container, little baggie of the clay marbles. And that one's just $30. This is Tavern Antiques. Look at that wall. That is amazing. Beautiful stencils. Gorgeous. Look at that candle maker down there. Lots of the iron hardware pieces, if that's something that you're looking for. Again, Tavern Antiques is a great place to come if that's what you're looking for. This is Deborah Priest's booth. She also is a dealer inside of Seville Antiques. Yep, there's the info. I like the hanging shelf there. That's neat with all the pewter pieces on it. It's a neat shape.
I had texted her, I'm looking for a red.
There's a cute child's step back. This is Walker Homestead. They have a beautiful show in their neck of the woods as well. Look at those beautiful redware jugs and ovoid jugs and tankards. Love the cupboard here with the grain bin in the base. They always have some really unique pieces coming from the New England area. Oh gosh, look at that. Love the red geraniums with things. They always make things pop. And here, this gorgeous painting of a salt box with the barn beside it. Oh gosh, and the stone wall. Love it. One of those other early lantern. That one is $2.25. And this is Matt Ershman's booth. Matt also has a booth inside of Seville Antiques. I feel like when I do these videos here at shows like this, I'm just so tickled to be in a shop right up alongside all of these wonderful dealers. If you haven't been to Seville Antiques yet, you really should. It's only about 50 minutes from the shows. And if you're coming the next time for the shows start, the earlier time starts on Friday evening. Simple Goods is always on Saturday. And then as people are traveling back home, a great place to stop is Seville Antiques, either before you come to the shows or after the shows, or anytime throughout the year. So as I'm walking around here, look how many of these dealers I have called out are dealers inside Seville Antiques. So if you aren't able to make it on these days, the 2 days a year that the shows are going on, then by all means, put Seville Antiques on your list of places to come on out to. 14 Milton Street, Seville. There are over 5,000 square feet of all of this lovely early American antique and beautiful primitive pieces and accessories. That's all this shop is. There's not vintage, you're not going to find Beanie Babies at Seville Antiques. That's just not how that shop rolls. Love that crossbuck table there. Amazing painting here. And a beautiful chimney cupboard. It's single door with the early red paint. That one is $2,800. So we'll go on over here along this wall. This is Lynn Oppenheimer's booth at Ivy Hill Primitives. Some really unique, very striking jewelry pieces. I love the pop of green along with the antiques. The sage plants, the lavender plants. I know Lynn is also on Facebook. So if you see things here that you're interested in, I don't know if Lynn ships, but it would be worth an ask. Again, more of those beautiful, beautiful jewelry pieces. Ivy Hill Primitives.
Because I'm assuming Christina's doing stuff outside.
Gorgeous, just gorgeous. This booth is Primitive America. Look at that punch tin pie safe. Look at how neat this looks. Lots of the early lanterns. I like the octagon shaped. See, they're calling this a wooden crock lid as well. I can't say I've seen a crock that's shaped that way though, but I'll have to be looking for that now, because that's not the first one I've seen say that with the octagon shaped lid. It's a beautiful wood and pewter candle mold. I like the wooden sign up there. That's really very striking in a design. That one's just $2.25. I almost want to say it maybe is the side of a buggy. Another unique. They're all unique. Every last one of them. I could say that for every single one of these booths. This is Tinker's Wagon. And the sweet teddy bears back there. Beautiful quilt. This is L.K. Spowert Antiques. There's a interesting tape loom right there. I think that says out of New England. And then here this says extra large shaker style picket basket in natural patina. That one is $2.95. Love the checkerboard with the date on it, April 1st, 1895. This is Esther Caswell's booth. Dancing Cat Antiques. Love the cookie cutters. There's a large horse. That one's just $25. Some of the dark black grapes. And this is an extra large lemon of the stone fruit. This is Joan Stauffer Antiques.
Yeah, so when I could feel it this time, I was like, okay, I don't want to.
Really lovely pieces. Beautiful step back in that blue paint. These are fun. These root. That one's $60 and $45. Another tape loom back here.
But I'm like, don't
People are
care.
getting so excited. The show's tomorrow,
exactly.
so.
I know, right?
And they've traveled long distances and been putting things out. So today, now things are all almost finished being displayed. This is a really pretty piece of tiger maple, early. Gorgeous pieces. Here is Crowfoot Hollow. Lots of kind of handmade pieces here.
So,
Some of the spinner gourds and lots of little mice.
in fact, I
Some neat garlands too.
this. After this
All right.
the plastic inside here,
Here's a sweet pig board.
get this taken care of. Because why not? At this point.
This one here is American Vernacular. There's a really neat feather tree back here, that beautiful traditional green with the red berry tips. Gorgeous.
Actually, I got my butt kicked by some too.
Here's a lovely hanging wall box with the lollipop top. That's a great price, I think, on that one for $210. I've seen them for much more than that.
So I get warmed up.
Lots of the red, white, and blue pieces here today. Gorgeous lantern. Look at the size of this dried artichoke. Beautiful. Here, another of the feather trees that has a grain painted base on it, and then it's got that kind of aged beige color to it. Hey, this is Catskill Mountain Antiques. Look at that incredible child's rocking horse. Can you imagine? Wow, what kind of a house, you know, an early home would that family or that child have come from to have had such a really precious, special thing. Wow. Nice green glass case, display case. There's some really pretty stoneware crocks with that cobalt blue. The cupboard's just $400. That's a wonderful price. And a spoon holder. Here's a really small game rack or a fowl rack. That one is $280. And these beautiful mirrored candle sconces. The pair is $350. That's a great price as well. Love the painting of the sheep, and this is wonderful up here too. The holder for the flags. There's a neat sampler here. Susan Amanda Zimmerman. Large hornbeam. This is Rhonda Greco's booth. Lots of the handmaids here. Some delicious smelling candles. The early teddies. It's just so nice to see the antiques mixed with the handmaids. They just really go together. Colgate and Company shaving soap. There's another one of those flax weaving boxes. There's a hooked rug with the Old Glory with the flag. And this booth is Briar Creek Primitives. They're out of Fayetteville, West Virginia. I love the mixture again. The prims and the antiques mixed with the handmades. Look at these sweet angel wreaths. They are so cute. This one's holding one of the little spinner gourds. Really neat pieces. Look at this. It's the little, like a banjo made out of a cigar box. Well, this is definitely a first because I'm so excited to be able to be bringing you the Carriage House lighting booth, all lit up, all set up. They have quite a distance here in Ohio to bring all these pieces from down in the Dayton area, so to be able to, usually they're still setting up when I'm finished. These are, I would say, hands down the best of the handmade early lighting. If you can get your hands on a piece of Carriage House lighting, I would say absolutely do it. They are the best. All handmade, beautiful pieces. You know, there aren't very many things that are still, you know, handmade like the early craftsmen did, and this is definitely one of those kinds of things. This is neat with the three light bulbs. Lots of the smalls. So between 99 and 149 on those. I love that with the little mirror. Really charming. And then here the chandelier. Gorgeous. Just gorgeous.